What is going on? Pineapple, pineapple. We got problems, people. Warski, what happened? So Andywarski and JF had a blow up last night, which most people kind of saw this coming for a while. Andy took a lot of shit. There was a time where I was just thinking, oh no, Andy will just sit there and take it all because that's how he's getting paid. Or at least maybe that's how he thinks he's getting paid. Now, Andy actually sat there and said when he stopped doing daily type videos, when he stopped going after the SJWs, when he quit the skeptic community, what a retarded fucking name. But after he quit all that, he was worried because he wasn't getting paid anymore. And I know I heard him say this, and I wish I could find it. But he was talking about how he was contemplating suicide. Yeah, because he wasn't making money. And then JF came around, and the alt-right came around, and boy, he was making money hand over fist. And for some reason, he had no problem with it then, but it's just gotten to him. Why? Because JF doesn't respect him at all. JF laughs at him most of the time. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, no problem with it. Let's pause that. But let's watch the last few minutes of JF and Andy.
I clarified right after, and things I said. It was not, in my opinion, not a misrepresentation. I expanded on it right after and explained, okay, it was hypothetical, the hypothetical. And that's where I stand on that. But the way that stream went, it was sort of like, Andy fucking, he did this, he fucked up, and now I'm gonna trash him for over an hour when we could have just talked about that. You know what I mean? Because everything that, if I were to have, like an issue with the way you dealt with a guest or whatever, I just bring it up on stream. I'd be like, yo, like the Ralph thing, for example. I'm not going to wait till the next day and go, let me dissect how I felt JF was being super emotional on this. And then make you have a bad face and make you look bad, because the way I see it is I'm trying to help you and boost you up and have your back. And what you did there, instead of us talking about it on the show or having me on the show so I could defend myself to save face, it was just a spiral of just making me look like fucking trash. And
now, if you don't know what he's talking about, JF did a whole stream on Andy and why Andy misrepresented and was slandering some alt-right guest he had. I don't remember his fucking name. And he does it because Jeff is very alt-right, and he just sticks up for him. There was no need to do that fucking live stream. It was retarded. The crying he was doing over the minute little, well, he wasn't really talking about murder. Well, no, he really was. The guy was saying if he had an alt-right state and somebody in the state was found out to be like half Jew, then you put him in a wood chipper. That's killing somebody. Oh no, but the state isn't murdering people because the death penalty. Shut the fuck up. It was pretty simple to understand what the guy was saying. But JF will do that. And that's why I had a big problem with JF, because of that. He would just automatically stick up for an alt-right person just because they're alt-right. And there was like a pedophile, and he didn't want to hear the evidence because it was like an alt-right guy.
Done this before, and it's just like I got people attacking me on all sides, and it's just like now I have to be worried about the person that I host the show with, that he's gonna eventually just be like, I'm just gonna trash Andy right now and make him look fucking super bad.
JF looks like the kid that's getting yelled at by his parent. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't feel that way, but he looks like, oh, very disappointed. I am sorry.
I know.
The problem is you apologized at the end of the stream, so you recognize that my criticism was correct.
Well, I watched only a small snippet, and then when I hopped on the stream, you read what you had been talking about. But when I rewatched the stream over, I was like it wasn't even those statements. It was the way you pulled me down to look like a piece of fucking shit.
All right. Well, I think that it is the end between us two, and I'm sorry about it.
Did you hear his voice crack? JF, he cries a little fucking too much. He's a little too fucking sensitive for a guy who wanted blood sports. The intellectual blood sports. He sure does cry a whole shitload. But this is the funny part. Because he feels that Andy's about to fire him or whatever. And Andy says that's what he was going to do. I personally don't think he was. I think he would have sat there and let JF talk him into letting him stay and all that. But JF feels like he was going to fire him. So he does a, you can't fire me, I quit thing. And technically, JF did quit before he got fired, so...
But this is my... this is the way I speak on YouTube. And there's no reason for me to lower the standard for you. And I've never sacrificed my intellectual integrity.
Fair enough.
So it's going to be the end. And it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, I was going to say, too, like for being the guy who hired you, who hires you, who pays you, I would just expect a little bit more respect. You know, like it's just like how I see it is, imagine.
Well, it's kind of Andy's fault. Andy let JF disrespect him since the beginning. I mean, everybody kind of disrespects Andy, and Andy takes it because, you know, I like the
you being at work, right? You're at work, and you trash your boss. You just keep trashing him. You say you control me and the universe and everything that's around. Like I'm some sort of puppet, and it's, in my opinion, it's very disloyal, and it pissed me off. It pisses me off.
All right. Well, I wish you good luck.
You too.
And I'll be streaming tonight on my channel.
Beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
JF throws in, hey, I will be streaming. And actually, he left there, went straight over, started streaming. Started off with a lower count than Andy, but at one time near the end when Andy was, I don't want to say wrapping up, but JF had more viewers than Andy. Now, I think that's a lot of Andy's people going over there just to see what the fuck JF is saying. But Jacob, laugh out loud, sounds like they're breaking a relationship. Yeah, it's what it is. They had a fucking safe word. And they never used it. Pineapple, pineapple. I mean, that was like a joke for them, but, you know, when you're getting to the point where you're making those kind of jokes up, you can see the end coming. But, yeah, JF. And JF got what he wanted. He was able to use Andy to get popular. He'll be making quite a bit of money. He has the intellectual side of the crowd for the most part. And intellectual people, you know, they make more money, so it will be interesting to see where Andy winds up with all this. Because I do think JF will be absolutely fine. But JF does go and he starts his own stream, like I said. And, just listen.
$US, just some sub from Warski's channel. Looking forward for your future content, Papa JF. Videum, $1. I just cried at your $1 donation.
Yeah, you did. Stop crying so much, JF. I know you're an emotional person, but Jesus Christ, man. Jacob. JF will be taking the dog and half of the stuff in the house, and Andy keeps the rest. Andy has a short time here to keep his viewers. He's going to have to find some co-hosts. Because Andy can't, I don't think Andy can put a show on by himself. He needs other people there to talk to, which it makes a better show. But if Andy could get like Chris back for a little while, that will really help. Andy's never going to disappear. Andy's always going to have 800, 1,000 people watching him anytime he puts a show on. He'll make money. He won't make great money, but he'll make money. Now, the funny thing is JF was actually blaming Tonkasaw and Failure for doing shit like behind his back, which is a little funny. And the funniest part is Tonkasaw talks about how he's this Bloodsport guy, but and he obviously had a problem with JF, but for some reason they would never. They never did a little Bloodsport thing. And I don't know if it was because Tonka wanted it on his show so he could get the money, or if JF wanted it on his show because he could. I mean, they could have done dueling streams and got paid, if that was the case. But I don't think that really was the case. I think Tonka's a little scared of JF. He's worried if he goes at him too hard that there will be too many people going after the Kumite and the Bloodsport and try to take the channel down. I mean, there's already people on JF's side that's blaming Tonka. I mean, JF blames Tonka. Andywarski. Let's see what Andywarski's social blade has turned into. Oh, wow. Wow. That is more than I expected. He's lost almost 3,000 people. Now, Andy he has like 200,000 subs. But you got to remember, out of those 200,000, only about 2,500 would actually watch his show daily. I mean, and depending on the guest, he could get up to 5,000. But so, a lot of these people, they're not going to be watching his live stream anymore. So it'll be interesting to see where exactly that winds up. I don't even know what this fucker's name is. Yeah, I know what he goes by, JF. The little Frenchman. Now, and I know the Frenchman got really mad at like Count Dankula for talking shit about, what did he say, the potato that he was dating? Which is fucked up. Especially when JF says that she watches YouTube, and more likely she watches like Andy and JF. So she probably hears people calling her retarded and a potato and stuff. That's fucked up. You gotta feel bad for something like that. And yeah. Oh, look at that. He is raised like over 800 in the last, since this happened. Freeman Club. Good morning. Good morning, buddy. 3,000. Yeah. 3,000. Hey, Freeman. Opie, good morning. All right. We got some extra people here. So, I find this interesting. I don't like Andy. And I mainly didn't like Andy because he did what he did. He kind of threw everything away to go after the alt-right money when he's not alt-right. He was just LARPing like he was. That's so fucking annoying. Same with Baked Alaska. He was doing the same fucking thing. Just pretending to be alright, and then the shit was falling around him. Unsubbed. Yeah, got a lot of those unsubbed. Adam Eller, how am I subscribed to this channel? I have never seen YouTube do it. You didn't subscribe to me? You just found it? You didn't see my Baked Alaska video? which I put up because I was going to make a video. Wow, see, my name doesn't even come up yet. I'm so low on subscribers. I was going to make a video on how easy it is to get views on things. So I made a quick Bake Alaska video, and it was bad. I mean, I just kind of threw it together. And it got 10,000 fucking views. So that's probably where you might have subscribed to me on accident. Adam, I went to my subscription and this popped up. Well, you know, YouTube understands how great I am. And they understand that people should hear me and listen. Because I'll fix you. Whatever's wrong with you, I'll fix you. Actually, they banned my first channel. That's why I had to make this channel. So, that is weird. I'm glad that they're making you subscribe, though. JF destroyed Andy in 16 points. Andy did not address any honesty. Kick. Yeah, Andy's not going to be able to really, like, go one-on-one. You know, JF will embarrass Andy because Andy won't be able to understand what JF is doing. He's not smart enough to combat him in that arena. He needs to make jokes about him because JF is terrible at handling jokes. I wasn't even going to do YouTube anymore, and then I saw this fucking drama. Jacob, I generally don't care about this drama, but I do like to see some on occasion for a laugh. I like drama. I don't know why. I always liked Jerry Springer, and I don't like fake drama. It got to be real. I think most people like drama. But this is more interesting to me. I mean, how often do you get to see something like this? Two powerhouses that wind up hating each other. Now we get to see a little war. But Andy got 277,000 subs. And this all kind of started with the Ralph retort. How Ralph, JF obviously doesn't like Ralph. But Ralph seemed to be kind of a pussy about it all. Like, he started to go on JF, and then JF was like, well, why should I have you on my Twitter? And JF kind of Ralph kind of backed off. I don't know, guys. You let me know what you think. And they keep on saying, who's the new co-host? I hear, like, Scrub? Is that his name? And that guy's, you know, his live streams are kind of interesting, I guess. But it's not, like, for Andywarski. The guy, like, plays music and reads the chat. And I don't know. I'm just talking to talk at this point. All right, guys. We're out.